it has a lot of history there for the Apaches of long ago. They used to live out there, before they were put into like a reservation line.
The initial core of this struggle is the same struggle that's been hit us since colonization and since contact and since that illness of greed kind of hit humankind.
We're standing up. We're putting our lives on the line. We're willing to be arrested. We're willing to defend this with our bodies and our lives, sacrificing a lot from our families to be here.
In early July 2015, indigenous activists united under the banner of the Apache Stronghold led a caravan from the San Carlos Apache Reservation in Arizona to Washington, D.C. The Stronghold stopped at reservations, holding ceremonies and rallies, as well as attempting to drum up support for their fight against a proposed copper mine on the Oak Flat campground, a site that has been sacred to the San Carlos Apache for generations.
You are not from where we are right now in Bylas, Arizona, then, right?
No, I'm not Apache at all.
So what point did you join up with the caravan?
I joined the caravan in Pine Ridge, South Dakota, and I've been also occupying Oak Flat too.
Okay, so you are one of the people that's been occupying the Oak Flat area that is scheduled to be turned into a mine?
Yeah, been occupying since February, over 100 days now, so still going strong. According to the government, it's right now legally Rio Tinto Resolution Copper land, but originally, it's Apache land. It's been a 12-year fight for saving or protecting Oak Flat. Occupying it was the last resort for the Apache Stronghold and the Oak Flat resistance here. So when we came on with this whole new defense bill, how it was slipped in, occupying was the best way to physically have a presence there.
The Apache Stronghold formed in December 2014 when a last-minute provision was included in the National Defense Authorization Act of 2015. The provision grants Resolution Copper Mining, a subsidiary of Australian English mining giant Rio Tinto, a 2,400-acre land parcel, including parts of the Tonto National Forest, a protected national forest in Arizona. After months of occupation, the Stronghold decided it was time to go to Washington, D.C. to attempt to talk to the officials responsible for the deal, including Arizona Representatives Paul Gosar and Ann Kirkpatrick, as well as Senators John McCain and Jeff Flake.
Critics of the deal are worried about sacred lands up there, that maybe not so many jobs, and the jobs that would be had would be not quite as permanent as the damage to the land would be. How do you respond?
Well, I think it's a lot of scare tactics. No is not an answer anymore in America. It's how do we accomplish this under the protocols?
This monster has pretty much touched everybody right now, and we were the guinea pigs for that, for this globalization and world dominant order that's taken place.
We got elders that have been in the movement that are supporting us and that tear up and love seeing our pictures and love seeing us in these things because they remember themselves when they were our age doing the same thing, trying to change the people, trying to wake people up. It's not about us, about us individuals, but it's about the people. And if the people can see these and hear these messages, again, whether it's through the art or the music or whatever it is, if they can hear these things, then they'll be able to wake up and there'll be more of us, and it won't just be me or it won't just be you or it won't just be whoever, but there'll be more of us. And that's the whole point, is this generation's leadership is not off of that colonized idea of leadership. The idea of leadership now is everybody, individual leaders leading for their family, leading for their people, leading for the grounds that they live on, leading for the roots that are under their feet, leading for the water that's being taken away from us.
The empire's pretty much entered all homes, no matter where we are. So the struggle and the message is keep on doing what we're doing, raise awareness on who we are as individual tribes, not just what America thinks as an Indian is. A lot of movements today don't have that spiritual aspect to it, or they just overlook that aspect of it. So just keeping our spiritual prayers is one of the main messages. Is that was very honored and powerful for a lot of people to join this fight.
Here is a spiritual battle to keep this holy place pristine and intact so that all of these traditions continue to be. There's a misconception out there that American spirituality or American Indian spirituality was once upon a time, or even a mystic thought or mythology. But it's a reality for Indian people today, who still strive to fight to be who they are. Whether they're Apache or Ute or Navajo or Aztec, Yaqui, whatever they call themselves, there is a struggle for those people to keep intact who they are as human beings.
Did y'all meet with any officials? Did they actually take the time to talk to y'all? How was that?
So one of them was Gozart, who went to D.C., and that's where he wrote a letter like 2 days before he went to D.C. saying that we're saying a bunch of lies and giving out misinformation.
I would like to really commend the other gentleman from Arizona, Representative Paul Gozar, for his undying support and his incredible hard work to get this done.
Upon arriving in D.C., the Stronghold attempted to meet with Representative Gosar, but the group was threatened with arrest by the Capitol Police.
So, what group are you with?
Oak Flat.
We're with the San Carlos Apache tribe.
Where's the camera? You should have did that. They closed the door again.
Yeah. We'll wait. Yeah, we'll wait. Oh, he's in there. He's in there. So we don't have, we're fully booked for the day? Like I said, we're booked solid. We're really sorry. We're looking to run around here. Can you help us out? Yeah, I'm sorry, excuse me. Please help us out. We just want to talk. We come across the country. He is here. We come across the country. He is here? He is. These people come across the country.
I bought it from
Sorry,
you.
we're in the middle of a meeting. You can't just... We come across the country. We were in the middle of living in our, in San Carlos.
I'm a United States American citizen. I'm a Native American. I'm an Apache / Hopi. Everybody's been slamming the door on us, and you're going to do that again.
We went to his office, and that's where he closed his doors and forced the elders there to be removed, which they're like, all right, well, we'll just walk away then.
We're interested in filing charges against Congressman Gosar for his crimes against the environment and against the Apache people.
That would not be under county prison jurisdiction.
The Apache Stronghold also held rallies and sang songs outside the Capitol in Washington, D.C. Since the signing of the NDAA 2015, Senator John McCain has faced a wave of criticism. On Friday, August 14th, McCain was confronted several times by Native activists and elders while visiting the Navajo Nation. Activists with the Apache Stronghold and other groups and nations rallied and held signs that read, "McCain equals Indian killer," and "McCain's not welcome here." Eventually, the activists made their way inside the building, locking arms and chanting, "Water is life." At one point, McCain was also photographed with a young activist holding a sign that said, "Protect Oak Flat." McCain would later go on to say that the area is not sacred ground. A McCain spokesman said, "Historians have attested to the facts that Oak Flat is not anything to do with sacred grounds."
What makes a warrior is how strong his heart is. There's nothing really different from warriors of today and warriors of the past. The only thing different is their technology and us using their technology against them.
I grew up with a family that struggles to still find an American dream, if there is one. All we found is the nightmare. So, in the next generation, can we have these sacred places so that we can find ourselves and we can heal our families and our communities? Because that's all we want.
Despite the continued ignorance by politicians, the Apache Stronghold continues their fight against the copper mine. The fight of the Apache is the same fight that natives in America and indigenous communities around the world have been fighting for hundreds of years. It is a fight against colonization and the destruction of their sacred ways.